So with regard to power in the city of New Orleans, there's a couple things to remember. There's transmission, which is 8 lines coming into the city of New Orleans. There's distribution, which is the grid within the city of New Orleans. And then there's generation, which would come from NOPS, the New Orleans East plant, or what's called 9 Mile 6, which is another plant. At the briefing that we've received from Entergy, we have a variety of ways to bring power back to the city of New Orleans. This is not a Lake Charles post-Laura environment. You have these different transmission lines. You don't need all of them, all 8. You need some of them. And the direction that Entergy is working on now, we don't have them here because they're working on it. We want them working on it. Is they are assessing all 8 of those transmission lines, identifying which small number of them they can bring up immediately, combine them with the generation within the city, and then provide that power to the distribution. So the best way to think about it would be your house. Power has to come to your house through what would be called a main. We don't have that main right now. Inside your house are all the switches. The wiring is the distribution within your house. That distribution, and you can see this throughout the city driving around, there's a lot of trees down that are connected to distribution lines. Those have to be fixed. We can get power to this city, but we may not be able to get it to your house immediately once that transmission is fixed and once that generation is available. So what Entergy is looking at now at this point is what's called an islanding response, where they're going to bring on at some point some amount of those transmission lines, some amount of that 8, get it to a generation station, one of those 2 within the city, and then spread the power available to distribution throughout the city, which requires a huge amount of work to get that online. They're going to come out later this afternoon with a statement on that as they're working through those questions now.
And I guess that's at this point, you don't have a specific date.
We do not have a specific date, but I really want to stress this. Entergy is working on this problem right now. And they are assured us they will have more information out this afternoon. And I really want to stress there are a variety of ways to bring power into the city of New Orleans and to generate it locally combined with active transmission lines. But what I want to assure people about is just because power comes here doesn't mean it's coming to your house. That requires a ton of work to get those lines that go throughout the city from the generation, the plants, etc., to your home. That requires a lot of legwork. But again, we'll have more information on that timeline this afternoon.